I completely stopped caring about my goals and I became 10 times more productive, more confident, more purpose driven, and more in alignment with the man that I was trying to become. And obviously, I got more jacked. And in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly how you can reduce all the anxiety and all the overwhelm that you feel when you think about accomplishing all the goals that you have for yourself as a man, so that you can feel in control of your life, constantly be moving the needle forward, and be in alignment with your highest self. Now, I spent 23 years of my life stuck, overwhelmed, falling into this loop of wanting to be better, wanting to fill out my potential, but constantly falling short. So I'd make some progress, maybe for 2-3 weeks, but then I'd find myself overwhelmed and I'd burn out and I'd revert back to my old self, and I never broke through until I understood what I'm about to teach you in this video. See, the problem with us men is we want to accomplish so much in this life. And when you look at your life now compared to where you want to go, you can feel overwhelmed, right? Because you want to be more jacked, you want to be more confident, you want to be the man you want to be for your family, you want to attract the right woman, you want to be successful in business. And if you don't have those things right now, it can feel very discouraging and very overwhelming. And that was my experience for most of my life. So what I would do is I would think about the goals that I have for myself and compare that to where I was now. And I wouldn't know which thing to attack first because there was so much about my life that I had to fix. So I'd start to feel anxious. And as a result of me feeling anxious, I'd either smoke some weed, go drink, or binge out on some food that I shouldn't be eating to make myself feel better, which would completely undo any progress that I made and bring me right back to square one. Now, it's not that I didn't want to move forward. It's not that I didn't want to become a better version of myself. The problem was I didn't know what the first step to take should be. So then I just find myself getting frustrated because I knew I had all this potential to tap into, but I didn't know what to do. So I never really moved forward, right? Until I understood this. When you focus on your goals and you focus on the outcome, it completely deters you from your path, because when you're focused on the goal, you lose sight of the only thing that actually matters, which is the daily input. So once I shifted my mindsets from I'm so focused on the goal to I'm focused on what I can do right now and what I can do today, everything changed. So this is the way that you should change your thinking so that you can actually start moving forward. So when I say inputs, what I mean is there's certain activities, daily habits, and things that you can do every day that actually move the needle closer to the goal. And that's the only thing that you should be worried about. See, my problem was that I always felt like I was not making progress, which made me feel so discouraged. It made me want to quit, right? Because when you're putting in the work and not seeing the physical result of your efforts, it can make you think to yourself, fuck this. I don't want to continue. Why am I even trying and I'm not getting any progress? But the real thing is, you're not focused on the daily inputs, such as, for example, with fitness. Let's say your goal is to drop 15 pounds of body fat and add 10 pounds of muscle. If you focus on dropping 15 pounds of body fat and adding 10 pounds of muscle, you're not going to move forward, right? And I'm going to explain exactly how this works, but let me give you this analogy. Us men, we know when we like a girl, if we're double texting, triple texting this girl and being needy for this girl runs away from us. We never get the girl. But our goals work the same way. When you're so needy for the outcome, your goals seem to run further and further away from you, right? But in the analogy with the girl, think about the guy who barely texts back, who barely acknowledges this girl. That guy's the one who gets the girl because the girl's intrigued. There's mystery aspect. She wants to know more about him. And she's so used to every guy being so needy over her that this guy now stands out. So apply this concept to your goals. For example, for fitness, instead of worrying about how to lose the body fat, ask yourself this: what can I do right now in this moment? What input can I control? Did I wake up and did I hit my morning routine with conviction so that I could set myself into my highest frequency for the day, right? I'm not worried about what's gonna happen 10 minutes from now. I'm not worried about my first meal. I'm not worried about the gym. I'm worried about, did I start my day with conviction, with intention, so that I can feel like my best self and carry that confidence over into the rest of my day. And once I check that box, I move on to the next input. Okay, now it's time for my first meal. well, this meal that I'm about to eat, does this meal align with the highest version of myself that I'm trying to become? And it's as simple as this. If the answer is yes, you check the box, you eat it. Simple. If it's not, you say no and you find a better meal, right? But you take it one input at a time. So let's say we have a great meal, we check that box, boom. Now we've got confidence, we've got momentum. We're not focused on the 15 pounds of fat and the 10 pounds of muscle. We are only focused on the daily input that we just hit. So what's next? Now we get to the gym. I'm not even focused on my third set, my fourth set, or the rest of my workout. I'm first focused on, am I warmed up? Is my muscles ready to go? Did I hit my warm up with intention so that I'm loose, so that I don't injure myself? And once that's checked off, I say yes. Now I've got even more confidence and momentum. Now when I do my first set, I'm not even thinking about my third and fourth rep. I'm taking it one rep at a time and controlling the rep that's right in front of me. Is this rep that I'm about to hit, do I have the right form? Am I contracting properly? Is it the right rep? And I just stack that over and over and over, and I take it one step at a time. And if you do this throughout the whole course of your day, you look back and you've executed your day with perfection. And what actually gets you the outcome that you want? It's stacking the daily inputs consistently over time. But the beauty of this is you always know what to focus on, and the only thing to focus on is right in front of you right now. So what I want you to do is filter every moment through this filter right here. Is there anything I can do in this exact moment to control the situation? And if the answer is yes, you have to act and do it immediately. I call it eat that frog. Do the difficult thing right away. Because what happens when there's something we know we can control and we can do it right now, but we put it off and say, fuck it, I'll do it later. I'll give you the laundry analogy. Think about when you're stacking up dirty laundry in your laundry basket. When that laundry basket gets full, if you don't do your laundry and you continue to throw dirty laundry on top of the basket, around the basket, now 15 minutes of laundry turns into a 45-minute project. And something that was so small that you could have controlled in that moment becomes such a big project that now you really don't want to do it. Now you're dreading it. Now you're in your head. Now you feel guilty about it. And that guilt deters your confidence, right? So if you can control something, you immediately do it, which alleviates all the stress, all the anxiety, and ensures that you're continuing to be productive. Now, if it's the latter and there's absolutely nothing you can do to control the moment in front of you, you have to immediately let go and let God control it. Because us stressing about a moment that we can't control does absolutely nothing for us. It doesn't make us any more productive. It doesn't make us better men. It does nothing but cause anxiety and worry, and those are emotions that we should not be feeling. So if you can't control it, you immediately have to let it go. And if you're ever faced with a situation and you don't know what to do about it, whether it's a meal you're eating, whether it's a conversation you're having, ask yourself this question: would the version of myself that I'm trying to become do it this way? If the answer is no, don't do it. If the answer is yes, fucking do it, right? You have to become an actor playing the role of your highest self to become your best self, because everything that we do, the habits that we have, the way we think, gets stored in our subconscious mind. Now, our subconscious mind is our bitch. It only takes orders. It only accepts orders. Like if you think about a captain steering a ship, when he tells the crew down low to turn left, even if there's an iceberg in front, they're going to take the order from the captain and turn the ship left, right? And your subconscious mind works the same way. If you start to have thoughts of worry and anxiety and I might not achieve your goals, your subconscious mind accepts that and says, okay, boss, we're not going to achieve our goals. So let's feel worry. Let's feel overwhelmed. Let's feel anxiety. Let's deter our confidence. But when you tell your subconscious mind, I am my highest self, I am moving forward, I am progressive, your subconscious mind says, okay, boss. And then you start to feel confident and convicted. So when you take action, now that you're confident and convicted, you're taking action with full intention and focus. And as a result of you taking that action with intention and focus, you get the result that you want, which reinforces belief in yourself. Because then you say, see, I knew that I could do it. But it also works the other way. If you don't even think that you can achieve something, you're going to feel unmotivated. You're going to feel discouraged and worried. So when you take action, you take it half-assed subconsciously because you don't even believe you can do it, which gets you a shit half-assed result and makes you say, see, I knew I couldn't do it. But it all comes down to your thoughts. So every single input, even in relationships, let's say you're beefing with your girl right now, you're in an argument, right? You can't focus on how the argument's going to end up, but you can control what you say to her right now. You can control the choice of words that you use. And if you are able to make the right choices with your words in that moment, you will get the outcome of the argument being over. And it's the same thing in anything that you do, in business, in faith. If you want to build a closer relationship with God, don't focus on the closer relationship with God. Focus on the input in front of you. Can you read the word for 10 minutes a day? Can you attend church once a month? Can you, pray? These are things that you can control, which actually builds the relationship with God. In business, let's say you're in a business that's like, it's business to customer business. Well, you can't control how many customers you get. But when you find the lead source of the customers, you can control how good you create that piece of content if you're in content, or that marketing ad that you're creating. You can control how good you do with that, which in turn will get you the customers you want and build your business. So you need to shift your mind from output-based thinking into input-based thinking, and you will never feel stressed, overwhelmed, or worried again. It really boils down to this simple process. Can I control it right now? Yes, act. No, let go. And I promise you, when you start to do this, you'll find that you're now stacking the inputs that actually move the needle forward in your life consistently. And when you pick your head up for air a month after doing this, your progress will be 10x what it ever would be if you were focused on the goal. So become an input-based thinker, and I promise you it will change your life, especially headed into this new year. Set goals. It's important to have goals, but you shouldn't focus on the goals. You focus on the inputs. If this video was helpful, drop me a like on this video and subscribe to my channel. I have plenty of other videos to help you become your highest self. But I hope this video was helpful. Love you, boys. Peace out.